This is a question for both of you. Is Brett here? No.
Hi.
Oh, Brett. Oh, sorry. There's so many windows. So for Rylee and Brett, and Ella, as I understand, you're all new to Star Trek. So being part of this process, what have you learned about the message of Star Trek, and how do you feel that that will resonate with, your peers, kids your age?
It's awesome. I feel like today I got a crash course in the Prime Directive from Kate Mulgrew herself. So just that ideal of the world being a place that all of us belong to together, no matter what species or race or generation or any of those sort of like things that we use to place people in boxes. No matter what, we all belong and we all have a spot on the team and strengths and weaknesses that we can use to lean on each other to help sort of take us all forward. And I was thinking about Dal today, and oh wait, no spoilers. Never mind, I lied. That's my answer. Great.
I think that it's gonna teach people to work together and to realize people for who they really are, and to look at the qualities in people and appreciate them more and work together and have cooperation with other people.
Thank you. Ella?
Yeah, I would agree with everything Brett and Rylee have said. I think what is cool, and as you quite perceptively pointed out, is that we are new to the world as the characters, and we're learning about it as the episodes go on. And so we come in perhaps each character caring more about themselves than the collective. And I think what they learn, and what I'm gathering is the greater message for Star Trek, is it's about team building. It's about being a family and a collective. And I think that extends into the fan base as well.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tony. Okay, Brittany, you can go ahead.
Awesome, thanks. Hi, guys. This is for all of you. I was curious how familiar you were with Star Trek when you got cast, and if you watched any of the shows or movies as preparation, and which of the shows and movies you liked the most or enjoyed the most, and why.
Unfortunately, I know, I didn't do any sort of preparation at all. I didn't watch anything. The only memory I have of Star Trek is like, at my grandma's house, she loves sci-fi just in general, and she would always have at nighttime Star Trek. That was what it was. And I remember there being this like interesting cast of people, and they were very respectful and poised, and it was admirable to watch. Definitely. It was something that I was interested in, but I was so young, I didn't really have a way in for myself. So it's awesome to bring this one through, because I feel like it's the perfect thing for first time Trek people to come in and sort of start with this new group of kids and sort of learn, as it goes. But yeah, I hadn't seen any of it. I know, the big characters, but nothing. And so it was funny, I actually did my first captain's log, and it was completely wrong. The captain's logs were like supposed to be super, again, poised and like, hello, today, this is what happened. And my captain's log is like, so let me tell you how, which they ended up keeping and really liking. So I feel like, not having the pressure of living up to something has also like sort of come in our performances.
Yeah, I have to agree with that, actually. My stepdad always used to watch it, and I would come downstairs on like a Sunday morning, and he'd be sitting watching them. And I remember like he would sort of watch like the reruns, and then he went back. I couldn't tell you which episode or even movie or show it was, but must have been like the very first couple ones, because I had like my teenage self would be like, graphics are terrible on this, like super judgmental, and like, because it's different from what I grew up watching. And as that was kind of my first experience with Star Trek. But I agree, I actually kind of like the idea that none of us really have any experience and like have worked on it or have married ourselves too closely to the original ones, because I think that's what's going to modernize it. And not that it needs modernizing, but it's going to make it carry the sense of the next generation and make it more relatable and attractive for them.
Totally.
Yeah. I think so when I got it, I didn't know what it was. So we watched a movie. I don't know which one. We just started watching one of the Star Trek anything. And I didn't really learn that much from it because either it was too confusing, it was inappropriate for my eyes to watch, or it, like, I don't know, like, there were many reasons, and I was confused, and I was focused on the marshmallows and my hot chocolate. So I think that I'm learning a lot from just doing these recording sessions and reading the script, and it's going to be really exciting for me to learn more, and for everyone who's watching the show to learn about the Prodigy of Star Trek.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
John, you can go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Question for everyone. So your characters are all mentored by Captain Janeway's hologram on the show. Can you sum up in a couple of words, 1 or 2 words, what Janeway teaches your characters without spoilers, obviously?
Without spoilers, great.
I mean,
I'm 2 words. Okay, I was
sure,
gonna.
or as many as you need.
It's a really good question, actually. I've never been asked that. I don't know if you guys have.
I know.
It's actually a great question, because each character, obviously has their own arc and their own lessons that they have to learn, and she facilitates almost every single one. I'm obviously like major brain blanking right now, and I could not tell you what it is. I think for my character personally, she. I don't know. I know what it is in my head. I'm just trying to say it without spoilers. I think for my character, she teaches her a softer, more vulnerable side of leadership. I think
That's cool.
Yeah, that Gwyn has learned leadership from the diviner only, and that is not the kindest way to lead, let's say nicely. And I think she learns from Janeway that it is okay to be vulnerable, and that kindness and love and respect are greater assets when it comes to that.
That's awesome.
Yes. You said 2 words, and so now I have them. Think first is going to be my answer for Dal, because he has the tendency to jump into things without knowing what's going to happen or have a plan, which is great. The gumption is incredible. But I think Janeway teaches him think first, and how does this affect the people around you, and how are you utilizing the members of your team so that this can be one sort of mission and executed in a way that is strategic and not just audacious.
Amazing.
Yeah.
For Rock Talk, I don't know. I have something in my head, but I don't want to spoil it because I'm gonna regret this whole thing. So, let me think. Is this a spoiler? I don't know. I'm just gonna say something else. I think Janeway teaches Rock Talk to kind of like stand up for herself more and be more confident, and because she kind of gets like bossed around by Dal sometimes. No offense, but and I think that she just needs to stand up for herself, and she's learning how to take on more challenges by herself instead of leaning against everyone else, and she has to learn how to be responsible.
That's awesome. Thank you, guys.